Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Ma'am, I have joined the meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Ajay, you are the co-host now.
Yes, ma'am.
Ajay, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly, you're audible, ma'am.
Dr. Ajay, you are not audible. That's why I'm asking, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible. Can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Ajay, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello? Ma'am, can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me? Hello? Ma'am, am I audible? Someone from the participants kindly tell me, am I audible?
Sir, you are audible.
Thank you so much. Sir.
Ajay,
Thank you.
am I audible
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, ma'am. You are perfectly audible. Can you hear me?
I am audible. Any of the members, can you just tell me if I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are
Yes, ma'am.
perfectly audible. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
But
Sushila ma'am, can you hear me? Sushila ma'am, you have just joined. Can you hear me? Can you write in the comment box?
Message
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sheila ma'am. and welcome all who have joined for this FDP on OER. Within a few minutes, I will start the proceedings the moment our honorable soul person join us. So we have two sessions today.
G.H.G, I have joined.
Sir, welcome. Heartiest welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Dr. Patel will start exactly at 1 p.m.
Yes, sir, no issues.
Thank you so much.
जी अजय सर
So 58% have joined so far today. Very shortly, we'll start this session exactly at 1 p.m.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Then good afternoon.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम
Good afternoon, everyone.
Then good afternoon.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम
Ma'am, you are audible. Kindly go ahead. There are two sessions which have been planned for today. One is on OER repositories and the platform on searching, creating OER. The second one is understanding Creative Commons licensing. So very shortly we start the proceedings of first session.
नमस्कार अजय जी
Sir, namaskar, good afternoon.
कोई गल नहीं जेएस पोस्ट कर लो
Dr. Sandeep has been made the co-host, and Dr. Ajay, you may proceed further.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible? Kindly confirm. Dr. Patil, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes, Dr.
absolutely
Ajay,
right.
you are audible.
Thank you so much, sir. So, welcome all in this faculty development program on open education resources. It's being organized by GHG Khalsa College of Education, Gurusar Sadhar, in collaboration with various prominent colleges of India. So, on behalf of DAV College of Education, Abohar, I take this opportunity to coordinate today's session. So you all know that OER is one of the most promising theme of contemporary education setup. And we have a wonderful resource person for this session, first session of the day. So let me introduce the resource person of the day, first session, Dr. Sandeep D. Patil. So if I like convey his educational credentials, his experience, he has vast experience. He is presently serving as Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, Wardha. Academic qualification, MA, MEd, MPhil, NET, SET, and PhD. He has vast teaching experience, 14 years of approved teaching experience, specialization in technology-enabled learning, AI in education, teacher education, history education. His research area is technology-enabled learning. He has a lot of publications, 4 books he has published, research papers in journals, 42 is a big number, book chapters 7. MOOC developed one under UNESCO's Open Education for Better World project. MOOC completed 34 MOOCs completed as a participant. Has participated as a resource person in 26 conferences, workshops, seminars, paper presentation 58. And he has been awarded many times as the best paper award at international level, national level, state level, and working as a mentor for UNESCO Chair for Open Technologies for OER. He has a vast experience, and today's theme he has taken for this FDPs, OER repositories and platform for searching, creating OER. So, Dr. Sir, welcome, and I hope that it would be very meaningful dialogue with you being an expert in this area. I invite Dr. Sandeep D. Patil for the proceedings. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ajay-ji. My friend, Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha. Today's coordinator, Dr. Ajay Khosla ji. Dr. Manu Chadha ji. I don't remember actually all the staff members from your side, all the associated college for this event, and dear participants. I think this is broadcasted not only on Zoom. I think it is also there on Instagram as well as YouTube and Facebook Live also, if I'm not wrong. Is it right, Ajay ji?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. In the morning also, I had good discussion with Ajay ji that such sessions for faculty development program must be of 90 minutes as per UGC, what you can say, expectation. We at our Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, which is a central university of international status, also organize many such type of events. And I'm fortunately involved with such type of events. And for as a learner also and as the host also, I think 90 minutes session is quite proper to deal with any serious topic. Means some sort of discussion, scope for discussion is also there. So whatever the time we do have in our hand, I will try my level best to make use of it. Let us see how much we can do it. Okay, fine. Please let me know if you are able to see my screen at the moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yes, yes, yes. So today's topic is Dr. Pargatji has given me OER repository and platforms. That means you are expecting to search the OERs, to create the OERs, and to curate the OERs. But I think unless and until the participants are well equipped, or you can say well familiar with the terms of licensing and the process of creating OERs, I think they won't be understanding the things of curating OER. But then also within a short period of time, let me introduce the things. Although you will be definitely able to understand various what you can say repositories also, platforms also, where we can find our OERs. At the same time, some of the OER platforms or repositories, you can say that those are very what you can say very much popular and very much well equipped to make you grab those opportunities of curating them. Means what? First of all, searching, we are all familiar with the term search, means where we can find OERs. The concept of OER, I think in the last 2 days, I've been much familiar with all the participants. And in fact, many of the participants who have joined, must be familiar with all these things. Means I am seeing Kavita Batra as one of the participants. She is also working for UNESCO OE for BW. So even Pargat ji and I, fortunately,
Thank
we
you
were
so much,
together.
sir.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. So we are
Hello,
all,
sir. Thank you.
yeah, we are all the part of the family working for Open Education for a Better World project. And Pargat and myself had joined, understand, or you can say learnt ABCD of OER at Mumbai, SNDT Mumbai. And since then, we are trying our level best to make ourselves aware and let the other people aware regarding this mission of OER. I won't be going into the details of OER, but then also uh, I must focus on these three terms. Search OER means where we can find proper OER. For example, we do use many of the images, or you can say YouTube videos in our classrooms also. But the purpose of this FDP is that let us be aware about the what you can say copyright issues, licensing, about the OERs, and make a habit of using OERs, adopting OERs, curating, or you can say modifying OERs, and what you can say moving ahead. Let us create our own OERs. So the whole purpose of this FDP, I must congratulate Pargat and his team that such a varietyful, what you can say, varied sort of sessions he has organized. Hats off to the team; they are taking good efforts. I must focus on this term curate. Means, for example, the repository called OER Commons gives you opportunity to have the OERs readily available over there, and at the same time you can use those OERs and curate them. Curate means modify them as per your expectation or as per your requirement. For example, some OER are there which are, for example, one video is there, and you can translate it. For example, something is there in Hindi, you can translate it in English itself. So curate means modifying as per your requirement, and OER Commons provides you such type of opportunity. So that is what is expected. We have to go in three lines or three terms. First of all, find OERs as per our requirement for our students, classrooms, and whatever the learning outcomes we are expecting. On the second term, second thing, we should adopt the OERs, modify the OERs, use it as per our requirement, make it a habit. And the third step will be create our own OERs. And for those all things, we should know the OER repositories and platforms. For example, one person will ask me, why an OER creator need to know about the repositories and platforms? In OER repositories and platforms, we have OER repositories and platforms. In simplest of terms, we call it which website, which learning platform, OER learning platform, or which OER repository shall we upload it so that maximum number of audience can use it. So that is it. So let us go ahead. Let us understand these terms and move towards understanding the what you can say prospects of such type of repositories and platforms. Okay. Open educational resources. I think I need not explain it. It is already there in your minds. And actually, many of you must be adopting it in your regular life, practicing in it your regular life. These are all such type of learning or educational content which are free to use, although with some licensing terms, education and for research purpose. They are readily available not only on in the sort of mode, but also in what you can say hard copy or a regular mode also. OER repositories and OER platforms. First of all, we should understand what is OER repository and what is OER platforms. Let's go ahead. Open educational resources, repositories and platforms are those OER repositories are those platforms which host and provide access to educational materials that are freely available for use, reuse, adaptation, and sharing. That means OERs are available for using for all the people across the world on such platforms, which provides us the opportunity to access it, which provides the opportunity to even upload as the creator also. Such platforms are called OER platforms. In other language, I would like to say that OER repositories are, you can say, OER libraries. What else in simplest of terms? OER libraries where we can upload our own OER and even use or access OER made by the others. So they are called as OER repositories. The major difference, whatever I have learned, whatever I have understood, the difference between OER platform and OER repositories is about the variation of the content. OER platform must be providing only one type of OER. For example, there are so many types of OERs. जैसे कि हम मान ले कि open textbooks are there, even open courses are there, even open access journals are there. So there are specific platforms for one type of OER. But in OER repositories, there are many types of OER that are provided, that are made accessed. For example, there are images, there are audios, there are videos, even music is also there. Many course material type of things are there. Even tutorial are there. Even assignments are there. Even what you can say, books are there. E-books obviously are there. So there are a variety of OERs available on OER repositories. So OER platform has its limitations regarding what you can say the type of OER, but OER repositories are much a broader term, you can say broader prospect it is having, not only in terms of types of OERs, but also in terms of the quantity of OERs. Please try to understand. When you talk about the OER repositories, they are having vast types of variety types of OERs also, and vast number of OERs are there, thousands and lakhs of OERs. So every day you can say there are OERs uploaded on such sites, and they are regularly used all across the world. So let us see which are the major OER repositories. OER Commons, one of the leading OER repository in today's world is OER Commons. I will be going to some of the OER repositories on their websites, and other, due to the scarcity of time, I will be just mentioning some of the rest of them. See, this is OER Commons. Which type of content you are requiring, which subject, which educational reverse, and which standard, directly you can go. See, here you can filter your choice by the level, material type. See, here I can go for lecture, module, assessment, teaching strategy, lesson plan. If I wish to have a lesson plan also, it is available. Case studies are there, games are there, syllabus is there, license types. You know, you must be, I think in the later half of today, the second session, you will be understanding the depth and details of the license type. So these are all type, even the language, the format, the content source. You can go through them. See, these are the symbols. CC by NCND. This is the license. This is the if not the most restricted license you are having. And if you can click whatever the term you put over here, I'm for example I am putting OER itself. See, OER quality of means you will get the list of means hundreds and hundreds. It depends on the term also. Many terms are very, what you can say, recent ones. So it is not the possibility that a vast number of resources will be available. But OER Commons is the leading OER repository, I must say, in today's world. So on the contrary, see, here is one option: add OER. open author, and second option is of submitting from web. So here is the opportunity for the creator to create or upload a resource. On the other hand, you can also add the link from the web. For example, our university must have uploaded so many things on our website and some of the leading content also. And if I wish to make it more generalized, make it more available for the students across the world, the learners across the world, then I can put that link over here and make it available for all. So OER Commons is very, what you can say, very regularly used OER repository. I'm deliberately focusing upon OER Commons because it is very much easy for all of us to use it and to what you can say, upload our content on it as an OER. So let us move ahead. Second one is Oasis. It is also very deliberately used across the world. Very what you can say, quality sort of resource hub, you can say, even repository, you can say. See, the list is there: public domain books, audio books, modules, open access books. See the difference between open access book and public domain books. Public domain books, the content is ready for use for anyone. You can use it, you can use it in your own creation also, means free of use. There is no licensing parameter used for it. But open access book, there must be some sort of licensing terms and conditions. You can easily use for reading, but for downloading or reusing, adopting, I think there must be some sort of licensing term to each and every book over there. See, videos are there, podcast is there, learning object is there, then primary sources. See, the n number of things are there. Very varied sort of resource hub, you can say, for Oasis. Even you can go to the OER search. Here also you can have same type of filters. Whether you want textbook, whether you want learning object, you can even filter by subject, even by resource wise, even by license wise, you can definitely go through. So I think we must use Oasis, Merlet, and OER Commons. See, this one is OER, Merlet also. These people have worked for years to prepare all these things. So they are very much advanced, very much profound. Top universities across Europe and America have prepared such type of OER. So there must not be any question about accessibility or the quality of the content. See, there are Merlet materials also. Even here also you have type of OER, which type of material you want. Interactive H5P, these are the trends that interactive material should be there. Immersive technologies, AR, VR, you all must be aware of all these things. Even online courses, quiz are there, presentations are there. So these are top quality repository, I must say. The OER Commons, Oasis, and Merlet. These three, I must say. Even MIT Open Courseware. You must be knowing that the first MOOC was prepared by MIT Open Course, MIT University itself. So they are also having a very strong hold upon OER, what you can say, OER preparation also, and OER content also. See, there are also many opportunities available to access the content, and even they can offer us the opportunity to upload also. But there are many restrictions since it's a private, it's a university, so there must be some sort. I have not accessed it for uploading anything, but I have been accessing all these three terms: the Oasis, the OER Commons, and this one Merlet. Okay, fine. Let us move ahead. Teaching Commons is also there. I must be putting my eye on the time also. Teaching Commons. I'm going very fast. Sorry to say, but there is no other alternative to me. See, subject wise, you can browse. You can browse through type also. So it is also a good resource, or you can say resource hub or repository also. California Open Online Library Education for library. California Open Online Library for Education. See, free and open online resources. See, choose anyone, whichever the topic you must be choosing. Then courses are available over here and get the material. So it is very much feasible for the learner to go to that website, to that repository, and get access, get use of whatever the requirement you are having. I think it will not open. I have to copy it. This, yes, exactly. Uh, this one is having problem, but then also if you copy this link, you will I think it will be uploaded in YouTube, so it will be available. I am mentioning many of the repositories in my talk today. So Kani Open Education Curated Collections is also a good OER repository. Wikimedia Commons, we are all aware of the Wikipedia and Wikimedia, also Wiki Educator, also all come under OER. Let me focus on wikis. All wikis are providing you offer what you can say, opportunity for content finding, content creation. Also, you can upload your own page, your own images, your own content on wikis also. Second thing, content curation is also possible. For example, a Wikipedia page is there. You can, if you find that some mistake is there, or you can say some addition is required over there through the phase of time, through the period of time, then you can do it. There is a proper process for it, but then also you can modify the wiki page, Wikipedia page, that is called as content curation. अवेलेबल OER को जब हम नए तरीके से उसको मॉडिफाई करके उसको उसी रिपोजिटरी पे जब अपलोड किया जाता है विथ through the proper process and with the sense of OER licensing, that is called as content curation. Wikimedia Commons. See, there are three types of resources available. That is why it is called as a repository. Images are there, sounds are there, and videos are there. So all are free to be used in your presentations, in your YouTube videos. Otherwise, if you are using through directly downloading it through Google, there is a serious question mark on. Particularly, we are teachers, we are teacher educators, we are senior college teachers. We must be following these what you can say, the licensing patterns and all things, copyright system, because we are, unless and until we were not knowing all these things, it was okay. But right now, if the world is going towards OER, we are the front runner. We should be the front runners in practicing OERs and making the people aware about the OERs. See, then go Open Michigan. It is also a good repository available. Then Galileo Open Learning Materials. This lecture will be uploaded on YouTube, so all the links will be there. You please refer all these and use them in your own practice. Then let me focus on one particular part, that is image repositories, open image repositories. Many times in our own lectures, in our own YouTube videos also, we need some images, and there is a serious problem over there. If we are downloading directly from Google, big question mark, because it must be many of the images must be copyright. Sorry. So we must be aware about the OER repository, which are specifically designed or preferred for images. Say Flickr. Even in Flickr, there are two types of images. There are paid image or copyright images are also, and Creative Commons images are also. So you should prefer this link, means you should go for flickr.com/Creative Commons. Creative Commons is the most used licensing system for OER. So these are all with attributions and all the licensing patterns. So whichever type of content you are requiring in the terms of OER, various type of images you are requiring, so are available on the Flickr, provided you use Creative Commons. Otherwise, paid prices, flickr.com is having many type of copyrighted images also. Wikimedia Commons, I have already mentioned that three types of OERs are available on Wikimedia. First one was image, then was videos, sorry, image, let's go now. Video was, image was there, video was there, and sounds was there. You miss music and some audios might be there. Then Pond, it is Creative Commons offering for the images. It is by Creative Commons itself. So all the photos on pond5.com are copyright free. They are by Creative Commons. One might be asking me the question about Khan Academy. Many free open resources are there, images, videos, and all are there on Khan Academy site. They are not OERs. They are free to watch and not free to modify. You are not allowed to modify the Khan Academy content. It is only there to use, to watch only. I cannot use Khan Academy content in my classroom. Please try to understand. I can definitely watch it. I can use it for my learning purpose, but I cannot use it for other purposes. Then TED Talks. You all must be knowing TED Talks. The top, what you can say, people from various sectors of the world, corporates or even education, even lifestyle, even technology. Many top people across the world offer their TED Talks. So TED Talks are not OERs also, but you can view them, as I have mentioned regarding Khan Academy also. You view them, you can use them for your learning purpose, but you cannot modify them, or you cannot adopt them. You cannot use them in your classrooms officially. You cannot use in your videos or any content you are preparing as an OER. But you can definitely download a TED Talks videos. You can download them. They have provided such offer. Come on. Openverse is also there, which provides images free of cost. We can use such type of images. Then open textbook repositories. See, the majority of demand in OERs is of what you can say, text content as well as video content. In primary terms, I can say, general terms, you can say, many types of OER are there, and the quantity and the types of OER will go on and on. But the primary demand of the learner is of textbooks and of videos. Let's see. Open textbook repositories. Open textbook library is there. See, browse by subject. You can browse by subject also. Engineering, education. Since I belong to the faculty of education, there are many, even filters are there. See, as per the attribution or licensing, you can say, even the format. If I want the e-book only, let's go. There are thousands, I think thousands of things available over here. If I search for something, let me ask for OER. OER, see, this is OER free guide for academic librarians. देखिए यहाँ पर कॉपीराइट है, लेकिन आई थिंक इट इज, देखिए लाइसेंस, देखिए सीसी बाय है, एब्सोल्युटली लाइसेंसिंग है, सीसी बाय, इसीलिए इस वेबसाइट पे डाला गया है. अदरवाइज इट wouldn't have been there. These repositories are absolutely dedicated for OER. I'm except flickr.com. You must be knowing that some part of it, as I had earlier said, is dedicated for the commercial purpose, and the rest of the things are there in OER Commons licensing. So Creative Commons licensing. So both types of things are there. But in this, you can say open textbook library. See, in the name itself dedicates that open means free to use. So there are the content, you can download them, you can use that as online, even as ebook also. Whatever the choice you must be having. Then OpenStax. See here also, you have to log in, you have to sign in. It is by Rice University. I'm telling you the thing that majority of such repositories are driven, or you can say handled by top universities of the world. That is why they are of that quality. We Indians are lagging so much behind. I will address definitely particularly about Indian scenario. There are some good prospects, But then also world is moving so ahead in OER, using OER awareness and creating OERs. Because the major problem behind all these things is that copyrighted content is so costly these days that the common people cannot afford them. Top universities, top journals across the world, even universities from our side cannot afford them unless until they are OERs. So this is the scenario, and we need to prepare our content in OER terms so that the majority of the learners across the world will get benefited. See, subject wise, we can go, for example, business, even banking, finance, accounting and finance. See, there are some volumes. You can search, you need to spend time on these OER repositories. ऐसे ही नहीं कि बस आ गया लिंक और डाल दो और बात खत्म नहीं. You have to spend hours and hours on such type of repositories, and then only you can get such tricks, how to find, how to make a proper filter and go for the proper choice. This is a matter of practice जी. ऐसा कोई what you can say फॉर्मूला नहीं है कि बस डाल दिया हो गया. It is not like that. You have to spend your time on such type of repositories. And in your today's world of ICT, you need to spend time of all the things. Even in I always speak about AI. कोई वीडियो देख लिया और AI पे कमांड आ गई, सब कुछ समझ गया. नो जी. Spend hours and hours on such type of platforms, technologies, apps. Then only you can understand, you can realize, and you can say commandingly that I own such type of technology. Next, see, directory of open access book. Please do use this repository for getting OER books, or you can say open access books. Directory of open access books. See, the list is there. Many top publishers across the world, they are offering their content as an OER. Here you will get the content only which is freely available as an OER. If you find the name Taylor Swift, Kanye West, sorry, Taylor Swift is the name. Sorry. If you go for some content, the content as book, ebook, you can say, is available over here, which is specifically OER. See, here also you can browse, you can filter them as per subject, publisher, falana, as per your choice. Spend some time and go for the proper process of finding such type of thing. See, I have gone for some, I think it is a book. Directly the URL is there. Even the PDFs are available of every chapter. See, it is CC licensed. Some rights reserved, but it is under CC license. Creative Commons license 4.0. So all the types of content, the ebooks over available in this DOAB, Directory of Open Access Books, are available to access openly. Means those books which are free to use, free to read, they are called open access books. The next is press books. Same way, many types of open access books are there. You have to just find them, search them as per your even see the facility of curation is also there. For example, some book is there, and if you find that, for example, one book is there on AR tools and technologies, for instance, and if you find that after 6 months there are many such type of new technologies that are emerging, you can add them, you can curate such type of book. So such type of opportunity is also of curation is also provided by press books. You have to sign in and spend some time on such type of repositories. Open access journals, those journals which are free to view, free to use. Otherwise, many of the top journals, you have to take the paid subscription of it. But these repositories of open access journals, provide you many journal access of many reputed journals as per the choice, as per the subject. Go Open Michigan. Same way, you can go for material type, license type, subject type. As per your choice, you can get the access to whichever type of research paper or article you are requiring from any type of journal available over here. I was earlier mentioning DOAB, Directory of Open Access Books. Here it is Directory of Open Access Journals. It is the most diverse repository or hub of all the open access journals available on the internet. See, journal wise also, article wise also, if I access articles, for example, OER, I search for the articles on OER. Even I can filter, I can go for advanced search. There are n number of OER journals, articles are also there on OER. Even you can share, you can browse through journals, types of journals also. It is the biggest open access journal repository in the world at the moment. Doge. OER simulations. There are prospects of simulation availability on Merlet also, even in OER Commons also. But this repository is specifically dedicated for interactive simulations, PHET interactive simulations. So here you can get, see the number 1.4 million. 1 crore, nahi, 14, what you can say, 14 crore simulations. Am I right? 14 crore simulations. Subject wise देखिए, physics, chemistry, maths, it is dedicated to science only. Many of the simulated things you can definitely teach the students, or learner himself or herself can learn it as per his choice and in more effective manner through such type of simulations. It is just one example that I am putting in front of you. See, simulation is a very good prospect that technology is offering to all of us, and it is available readily on this repository dedicated to interactive simulations. Searching for OER on Google. I think this is a very different prospect. Let us go for it. Simplest of thing and the most important thing, Google. You can type over here as advanced search, and that way also you can go and find your OER. Here you have to go to usage rights, free to use and share, free to use and modify. These are types of licenses. Free to use and share. For example, if I go, okay. There are images, there are even websites, web pages, blogs are also there, videos are, for example, even videos are also there. See, these are all OERs. Although I have searched the term OER, but the content or the what you can say, the video or the audio or the blog or the web page must be in the form of OER. See, this is OER because it is Wikipedia. Even you go over here, this will be licensed under OER. So whenever you are searching anything on Google, go to advanced search and put your term over there and go for the usage rights column, where you have to mention the usage type. Over here, for example, I am putting blended learning. This is one of the terms. Here you go to more sorry, tools. Sorry, I am there in itself in, okay, 1 minute. Okay. Better way, you go to advanced search itself. It is taking time from my side. But then also, I must say that go to advanced search, directly put the term advanced search over there, and then filter it as per your choice. Whatever the topic you must be requiring, but usage rights must be free to use or share, or free to share, even commercially modify. I think the freer, or you can say the more free license or choice you are making, the less of the content will be available over there. Means this is the simplest of what you say, the option over here. If you go for this use, share, modify, even commercially, the content available over here will be very less as compared to that one, because it will be more restricted sort of thing. See, okay, okay, fine. So this was the thing that one sec. Searching for any type of OER on Google is very easy. Go to advanced search only. Second one, the regular thing that we need to know is about searching for any OER on YouTube. It is also very easy. Just go to YouTube, search for example, I search for artificial intelligence in education. Let me put it like this. Okay, there are many videos over there. Okay, fine. Go to filters. Okay. So there are also restrictions, what you can say, which type of filter you want to know. Here you go where it is. Okay, fine. Creative Commons. Exactly. So go to filters, type any type of term you want to know. Go to filters and then click to Creative Commons. All the videos will be available which are OER only. देखिए CC लिखा है. Even ये सदगुरु जी का भी है. It is also in as a CC licensed one. So he wishes to put it as an OER. One sec. This is a video available which is specifically CC Creative Commons. Over here, if you go, you will find that Creative Commons attribution license, reuse allowed. So over here, you can find any type of content on YouTube, provided you put the term and then go to filters and click Creative Commons only. Very easy, very useful. Let's go to the next one. There is one alternative to use of YouTube in the form of Vimeo. Vimeo also provides you many types of educational videos also, but provided you use it with Creative Commons. If you go to directly to https vimeo.com, the content will be available as what you can say for the commercial purpose. They won't be providing you the OERs. If you go for https vimeo.com/Creative Commons, then the video available over here will be of Creative Commons licensing. See, the videos are there, many videos are there. They are all, even you can refine them. Since it is, we have mentioned the Creative Commons, we need not think about the whether it is OER or not. They are all OER. If you go for more filter or more refine, then there are also many options available over here. So vimeo.com/Creative Commons is also an alternative, emerging alternative to YouTube. Let's move on. I think I am having only 14 minutes. There is one term, or you can say one option available, alternative available to you. It is called OER Meta Finder. We are all, till now, we are all aware of OER platforms, OER repositories. OER platform is dedicated, we can say, focused on one type of OER. We have been saying that OER repositories have their scope wider. They are dedicated to more types of OER and more quantity of OERs. And when we talk about OER Meta Finder, Meta means big. OER Meta Finder are real-time simultaneous search across search engines, search repositories across various repositories at one platform. Means they are using many repositories on their platform at one time, and that too in real time. See the difference. The Meta Finder is immediately uploading something which is uploaded on that particular repository. For example, one repository is OER Commons. If something is uploaded on OER Commons, it will definitely come to the Meta Finder. Real time use of it, real time access of it. But in any repository, I think it is not like that. They are updating, upgrading all the things. They are updating their list from time to time. It is not what you can say regularly done. There must be specific in a week or in a month, or even on daily basis, there must be particular time for it. There, since someone has uploaded, it will not directly come to it. It will get uploaded after some, it will come to the list after some time. Specific time must be there. But if anything comes up, is uploaded, or you can say get listed to any repository, it will immediately come to this Meta Finder. This is Mason OER Meta Finder, the best of all, or you can say the most diversified of all. It contains 22 repositories on its platform. The Mason OER Meta Finder. Please note down it, and my homework for you will be find any of your topic on this Meta Finder. See, we have mentioned, see, many of these. Teaching Commons was there, Open Textbook Library was there, Open Michigan was there, OER Commons, OASIS, see, MIT Open Courseware, Merlot, Dove was there in our search also, deeper search, some repositories are there. Directly you can type your term over here and get the best of all. IEEE Explore, dedicated to the technology related content. It is also metadata that is available over there. Then OER repositories in India. I think the time, particularly after the during the pandemic and after the pandemic, India has evolved. India is trying to move ahead in the field of OER. How? NPTEL. You are all knowing all this of them. These are all providing courses, all programs, courses, course material is also available. NPTEL is particularly associated with SWAYAM, and many courses are available. SWAYAM platform is as the what you can say India's biggest and one of the top MOOC providing platforms in the world, where you will say that it does not give you the certificate unless and until you pay, but you can access the courses on MOOC, so this SWAYAM, without any paying a single penny. So you can use the content of SWAYAM courses without paying anything. So they are also OERs. Then Consortium of Educational Communication, it is dedicated to the undergraduates, where you can get many type of content, many types of videos, audios, ebooks are available in this. You just go to catalog and search whatever you require. Then spoken tutorial. These are all courses that are offered by IIT Bombay. Then National Digital Library of India, NDL. It is evolving right now. See, there are many things that are uploaded over here. See, engineering, schools, and all, law and management. Okay, fine. If I go to science, biology and biotechnology, questions and solutions. See, India is also doing good job over here. National Council for Teacher Education. Since we, I think majority of the participants and myself and the College of Education is there. So ये तो बनता है जी. NCT ने भी अभी OER पे काम शुरू कर दिया है. OER offered by NCT. We as the teacher educators, we can upload our OERs. We can curate, yani modify the OERs uploaded over there and make you use of those OERs. I think you must get associated. You must associate your institute first to this OER institutions or academic groups. So this was my appeal to you as the teacher educator to let us go more and more towards the use of OERs. Last but not the least, how to search. Three-step process, I must say. First of all, we should type the terms properly, prompting what you can say, chat GPT, or you can say content generation in AI era. Chat GPT is the leading thing today. Prompt engineering, कि कोई भी टर्म कैसे डाले ये भी हमें समझना चाहिए. सीधा आपको जो लग रहा है वो ऐसे डाल के नहीं चलेगा. कंटेंट कैसे अवेलेबल हो सकता है उसके भी कई सारे पर्सपेक्टिव्स होते हैं. सो उसके लिए यू हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम, आवर्स एंड आवर्स ऑन इंटरनेट. सी, इट इज ए सॉर्ट ऑफ ट्रायल एंड एरर लर्निंग, कि कैसे आप बेस्ट ऑफ बेस्ट आपका चॉइस प्राप्त कर सकते हो, कोई भी OER प्राप्त कर सकते हो, कोई भी कंटेंट प्राप्त कर सकते हो. So it is a matter of practice, spending hours and hours on internet. Then compile, you get the proper list of whatever the OER repositories or OER providers are there, and then narrow down your OER with your requirement, which will fit best to your expectation or your requirement. This will be a three-step process that will be needed for searching OER. I think it is 6 minutes now. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will try my level best to answer all of them. I think time was the bigger constraint. Otherwise, we would have demonstrated some sort of curation sort of.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Sir, you are very right that time is indeed short, keeping in mind your expertise. If some participant have any sort of queries about this theme, you're most welcome to put your question in the comment box. We're waiting for your queries or questions. Sir has beautifully elaborated on the theme. Topic was indeed very vast, but he has beautifully manage the time, and with his high expertise and practical knowledge, has given some valuable
Please,
tips to all
sorry
of
to
us.
interrupt you. There is no sort of high expertise, sir. It is I am mentioning again and again, it is a matter of trial and error and put your efforts on internet.
Sir, you are
We are
putting your
all
best
learners, sir.
efforts, and
देखिए सर, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि कई सारी चीजें हम एक दूसरे से सीखते हैं। कोई चीज
yes, sir,
मेरी
exactly, sir.
बच्ची मुझे कुछ एआई में सिखा देती है। सर, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट लर्निंग सर। कुछ मैंने सीखा
Yes.
है, साझा करते हैं, कुछ आप मुझे सिखाएंगे। कभी किसी वेबिनार या एफडीपी में आप एक्सपर्ट होंगे, मैं पार्टिसिपेंट होऊंगा सर। ये जर्नी है सर, बस दूसरा क्या है।
Rightly put, sir. Thank you so much for the humility. Any query from the participants, please? So we are getting some very positive responses from the participants about the session, and any particular query from your side, dear participants? So we are getting some very positive inputs from the participants. I'm again requesting for any query from the participants. Okay, Dr. Kavita Batra, she is saying it was great and insightful session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So
Thank you.
coming to the end of this insightful and wonderful workshop. So although time was very short, as you mentioned, sir, earlier at the start of your address, but you did full justice with the theme. And you have conveyed so many avenues for OER platform like Merlot, Oasis, MIT Open Courseware, Teaching Commons, Openverse, OPEX, textbook library, DWAB. So how to search OER on YouTube. We have mentioned so many things in this lecture. So we are very grateful for this wonderful lecture. I would invite now Dr. Mandeep Kaur, IQAC coordinator of my college, for formal vote of thanks. Over to Dr. Mandeep Kaur.
Thank you, Ajay sir. A very good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to appreciate the sincere efforts of GHG Khalsa College of Education, Gurusar Sadhar, and all the collaborative colleges to conduct this FDP. On the behalf of DAV College of Education, Abohor, and collaborative colleges, I would like to thank resource person of today's first session, Dr. Sandeep Patil, who enlightened us with his extensive knowledge about repositories and platforms of open educational resources. Dr. Patil explained all the relevant aspects of the topic in a very effective way. It was a great experience, sir, to know about different type of platforms of education, open educational resources, and the way to access and use these platforms. Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful presentation.
I must thank GHG Khalsa College of Education and all the associated colleges. It was really see, we are Central University. We do organize many things, but Dr. Pargat, his team, and all the associated college faculty members, it is a very unique theme that they have put for this FDP. Everything of OER comes under it, and I know Pargat is a very dynamic person, and he's always something should be done in the field of education, and I think he and his college has great prospects in the future. Thank you so much to all the participants, all the team members, Ajay ji, Manjeet ji, Mandeep ji, all the, I am not knowing all the people, but then also very good collaboration, very good effort that you have put in, and even all the participants. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I would like to join you for your coming ventures as the participants also, as a participant also. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir.
Would love to hear you again, sir, very soon. Thank you so much for this wonderful address. Thank you so much. And indeed, the organizing team deserve full appreciation for choosing such a dynamic topic. And this is a very specific topic, and there is a vast area of topics they have covered in the theme. Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for this wonderful address. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
So, dear
Thanks all
participants,
the participants, sir. Also, all the participants are
all the
also
participants.
they are
Rightly
also
believe. You are
we are
very right.
also thankful for those persons who support us and they listen very patiently. And I
Yes.
also thank them all. or now we are going to start our next session. So
Second
over to
session of
Ajay,
the day. Thank you, sir. So we are going to start the second session of the day.
Yes, Dr. Ajay, Dr. Gomti ma'am is already there.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. So,
Ma'am, you
I
can share
welcome
your
Dr.
screen.
Gomti
You
Sridhar.
can
She's
be the
a
host
source
and you can
person.
share your screen.
G, I welcome Dr. Gomti Sridhar. She is the resource person of this second session. Let me introduce the resource person, first of all. So she is MSc from IIT Bombay, a PhD from University of Mumbai. She has vast experience as teacher, teaching experience, UG classes, 32 years, PG experience, 24 years. She has having a life member of Association of Chemistry Teacher India, member of Royal Society of Chemistry UK. Achievements, she has vast knowledge, achievements, was a mentor, observer of the Indian team, participating in the International Chemistry Olympiad held at Thailand, Moscow, Russia, and Washington, USA. Silver medalist, first in the graduating class of MSc Chemistry, IIT Bombay in 1989. Resource person for Faculty Induction Program, UGC HRDC, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. She has huge research expertise, publication, 11 prestigious like papers he has published in various prestigious journals. Popular lecture, delivered a popular science lecture on Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2016 for molecular machine at the Sophia College for Women in January 2017.
Ma'am, your screen is visible and it's perfect. Ajay sir, you are muted. Ajay sir, please unmute yourself, Dr. Ajay. Dr. Ajay, kindly unmute yourself.
I welcome you on behalf of organizing committee. Over to Dr. Gomti Sridhar. Ma'am, you wish to say something?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much for a very kind introduction. And actually, Sandeep has set the stage for this lecture. He has shown what is possible in the open resources world. Okay, so if we want to use open resources as well as contribute to open resources, then we will need about what I am going to talk today. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, is visible.
Yes, thank you very much. So today's lecture is titled Understanding Creative Commons Licensing as part of the Open Educational Resources, which is the catalyst for innovations in education. Of course, I will formally thank all the participants as well as the organizing committee at the end. But this topic is really wonderfully chosen, and really happy to be part of this session. So you have been having lectures on open educational resources for the last I think 2 to 3 days, and so everyone is aware about what are open educational resources, right? So what is the opposite of open educational resources? Is my screen is not moving? Somebody will have to help me with this.
Ma'am, it's not moving.
Yes, it's not moving. What do I do? How do I share this?
Ma'am, is it not shared? You've shared your screen. And,
I have no idea. 1 minute. I will just.
Ma'am, just try doing it with the arrow. The arrow
tabs. Arrow तो नहीं कर रहा है. मेरे उसको पॉज करती हूँ, स्टॉप शेयर करती हूँ, और
दोबारा शेयर कीजिए मैम. शेयर इट अगेन.
क्या शेयर करें? शेयर. एडवांस करते हैं क्या?
We need to share screen.
Share your presentation. Share your PPT.
Or screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now can I?
Now, yes.
It is open, ma'am. It is open.
Yeah, it's still not moving.
Ma'am, can you WhatsApp your but then we'll keep moving it. You WhatsApp your presentation to me. I will share it from here.
Yes, but I would like to know how to share it. I mean,
Arrow symbol on laptop. You may try arrow symbol, right? Arrow symbol.
सब कर रही हूँ, नहीं हो रहा है.
राइट क्लिक करके देखिए.
Right click and next. Or you may send this file to via WhatsApp. Next minute will yes, ma'am. Working, ma'am.
I got the next slide. I'm sorry for this. I'm very confident in Zoom, but yeah, I am going to also stop the video. Is that okay? So that bandwidth come hoga. Is this okay? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, correct. Okay, so so the first thing that we must talk about while we look at licensing is this term intellectual property. Okay, so when we talk about land, jewelry, we can understand the physical aspect of the property. But when we talk of intellectual property, बहुतों को समझता नहीं है what is intellectual property. So if you go and check for quotes on intellectual property, among the top quotes you will see is that there is no such thing as intellectual property. Okay, but we know that the entire knowledge structure is built on intellectual property. I'm still okay. But we also, so intellectual property is also like land, and copyright violation agar karte hain, it is like trespass. Thus, intellectual property is the oil of the 21st century. You know, in the last century, oil created wealth for a lot of countries, right? And without oil, we cannot exist. So a time will come when intellectual property will be the basis of our existence. And this is what we must remember. And if it is so, then it must be protected. How do we protect intellectual property? Right now, if I have a property, then if somebody else wants to use it, then I must give a license. So if you see the dictionary meaning of license, license is the way in which I can authorize the use, performance, or release or something, or I can permit somebody to do something. So we have a driving license, right? So the government permits you to drive based on the driving license. Or thus, a license is a legal term under which a person is allowed to use a product or perform a function, right? So why do we need a license? Now in the context of intellectual property, why do we need a license? We need a license because intellectual property is valuable, right? Now it is protected by terms such as patents, trademarks, copyright. These are all big terms, and each term ka har ek, it is a long series of lectures. So we're not going to touch this, but why do we need all this? We need all this so that the creator, chahe to owner bol dijiye, can expand his or her options by giving the right to somebody else to use his work, his intellectual property. Okay, so that is the reason why we need license. Now this term, I'm only going to touch on copyright. So the word copyright, uska meaning hai right to copy, and this is the symbol of copyright. Ye to hum jante hain. Okay, so what is a copyright? Copyright is the right of creators over their literary and artistic works. Okay, they own it. तो उनका right बनता है उस property में. Why do we need a right, or why do we need a copyright? Because it protects the creator of the original material. That means if I have something, no one can duplicate it or use it without authorization. right? A good small introduction on this is given in the Economic Times article. Badhiya article hai, small article. I encourage all of you to go through that article. So what can be copyrighted? Any original work that is in a tangible form, right? So this is an important idea कि tangible hona chahiye, right? So what does it mean? If it is an idea in your head, then it cannot be copyrighted. That is something that you should understand. Now, what can be copyrighted, right? So, if it is a land or a jewelry or something like that, uska deed banta hai, then that is your property. But if it is something that is intellectual, then it has to be copyrighted. So what can be copyrighted? So I encourage all of you to join this Mentimeter quiz. Can everyone see the quiz? Can anyone, can somebody confirm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So either you go to menti.com and use this code, or you can scan this QR code and you will be directed to the Menti page. Can someone join and confirm whether they are able to join?
Ma'am, we are signing in. Kindly show the code, please.
Yes, sorry.
We opened Mentimeter, so we'll fill the code.
Yes, just a minute. Can you see the presentation in the code 542311?
Yes, ma'am. 5423.
Yeah.
1179. Just a minute.
Did everyone get it? Can you still see my screen?
Ma'am, we are signing in actually.
Yes. So there are many responses. You can add a few and it will come online. So what can be copyrighted? Can you suggest a few things that can be copyrighted? For example, land cannot be copyrighted, right? But what else? Intellectual property में आप क्या सोच सकते हैं जिसका copyright हो सकता है?
Ma'am, it will take some time to get started at Mentimeter. So I think many participants have noted that particular concept and they can apply that concept
Yes.
sometime.
So is it too difficult because of the internet issues? I don't know. Is it too difficult? I'm not getting the responses, so I'm just wondering. But normally I get responses so that of course, I will show on screen what can be copyrighted. I'll wait for a minute more and then we can proceed further.
Sure, ma'am.
Submit kar diya. Logon ne submit kiya. You have to submit, otherwise it will not come. I have given many.
Okay, so ma'am, we have got the questions now. What can be copyrighted? This is the first question, ma'am.
जी 7 response. Wonderful. आया आप देख सकते हैं. Yes, very good. Poems can be copyrighted. Music, books, articles, paintings. Very
Yes,
good. Psychological tests. Yes. Photos. Yes. Wonderful. So it is all these kind of things that are intellectual creations right? So these are the things that can be copyrighted. I will keep this open, and people can respond, and if possible, we can see it again. Thank you very much for those people who responded. Please respond. ये होता रहेगा, तो at the end of it, I can share the word cloud. I have one more question. आप अगर आगे जाएंगे तो there is one more question. Can you also see that? Can people confirm whether you can see that? So what is copyright, right? So you can choose all that apply. You should be able to see in the Mentimeter, and you can choose the alternatives, and you can also, so it's not a single choice, it's more than one choice. Correct? This is correct. So 2 of you have responded, but in the interest of time, yes, very good. Okay. Maybe a few more responses and then I can go ahead. I just want to know if you're still paying attention to me. And okay, so I can show you the answers now, right? Now let's read the answers. So what is a copyright? Is it a legal protection that guarantees only the original creator of the work has the right to use it? Yes.
Yes.
So this is copyright. Is it a legal protection against copying and using original work? Yes, it is. Okay. But is it a legal protection that says only the original writer can derive profit from the original work? Copyright में profit के बारे में नहीं बात करते. Okay, it's a right for protection, not about profit. Okay, and it's a legal intellectual property protection that is in place for a certain amount of time. So there is always a restriction. कोई 60 साल 70 साल का होगा, but after that time this copyright lapses. Okay, so these are the correct options. So the first, second and the fourth options are correct. Can you see the signs, please? Can you confirm? And the second one, the third one, that is the profit wala jo hai, that is not correct. Okay, thank you very much for the participation. I will keep this open and you can still participate in the quiz. Okay, let me go to the screen of my presentation. Wait. Okay, let me put this down. Can you see my screen? Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Yeah, I need this because I'm not very confident. Okay, so copyright. Let us continue our discussion with copyright. What can be copyrighted? Okay, so normally ये जो session जब मैं लेती हूँ, I get most of this. So it is artistic works, right? Novel होगा, poem होगा, photograph होगा, movie होगा, जो भी होगा. So artistic works are copyrighted, but it is also possible to copyright software. Right? So in computing, you can copyright your software application, a code or database, etc. And you also have copyrights in business. Okay, so it can be forecast, financial forecast, business proposals hoga, letter आपने लिखा, आपने कोई letter frame किया, and then that also can be copyrighted. So copyright is something that is all encompassing. Okay, but why do you, जो जैसे हमने देखा कि copyright इसलिए होता है, जो traditional copyright होता है, that's because the creator wants monetary gain, right, in exchange for the use of the creative work. Also, the creator does not want any alteration without his knowledge. Okay, so, but it is possible that the creator wants to share, right? There may not be a need for monetary gain, right? So the creator simply wants to get their work out there. He wants to get the broadest possible readership, right? And this is true for teachers. When we make something, we are not going to keep it as a secret. We want to share it with students, we want to share it with our peers and so on. Okay, so the creator simply wants to share the work, get the broadest possible readership and get comments on this. Okay, so for us and for it should be useful, monetary gain is not always an issue. So the creator also will welcome others to build on the original work, right? And therefore we need new kinds of copyright licenses. Okay, so please understand the background. This is CC licenses are very recent. It has happened in the last 23 years. Okay, so very recently, in case of but copyright is a very old idea, right? But CC licenses have come in the last few years as a response so that creators can share their work without losing the work. Okay, indiscriminate sharing nahi hai. So the creator still owns the work, but it can be shared. Okay, so we need an alternative to copyright. ये तो हमने समझ लिया. Alternative to copyright is Creative Commons, is a voluntary private sector alternative to traditional copyright. And what does it do? It coordinates the creation and consumption of content among a variety of individuals and institutions. Okay, and there is not too much government intervention. But in copyright, it is all legally. Okay, so Creative Commons captures a different section of the market. Okay, it allows the dissemination of information content without too much financial gain, and and it is a response to the lacuna in the traditional copyright or in the public domain. Okay, so what are the Creative Commons licenses? I will look at the time. Yes, so the Creative Commons licenses were put forward by this Professor Lawrence Lessing of the Stanford University, and they founded the Creative Commons, and this was in 2001 as a response to a need. Okay, what was so that we have already seen, it's a non-profit organization and it extends the scope of the availability of creative work to others legally. ऐसा नहीं कि इंटरनेट में मिला तो हम it is freely available, ऐसा नहीं होगा. Every work is an intellectual property and it can be shared with some or other rights. Okay, so we are going to see the different Creative Commons licenses, that they are legal tools. They help you they give you the right to copy. They give you this permission to people, which can be applied to any kind of copyrightable work. Okay, so this is the background. At this stage, I would like to ask you if the participants have any questions.
Dear participant, if you wish to ask any query, question, you can put your question in the comment box, as Honorable Soul Person has conveyed to all of you.
Yes. So, sir, please, if there are any questions, please go ahead and ask me. Otherwise, I'll continue with my...
You may write your question or query in the comment box. We are waiting. If not, then ma'am will resume.
So, if there are any questions, please interrupt.
No, ma'am, not yet. They are understanding each and everything. Kindly go ahead, please.
Go ahead. Yeah. So, before we understand the different types of licenses under Creative Commons, we must first of all look at the different icons and their meaning. Okay. So, ये जो है एक person का circle के अंदर सभी symbol circle के अंदर होता है. So, this person symbol means attribution required. What do you mean by attribution? Attribution means जिसका वो काम है उसका नाम आपको बोलना चाहिए कि ये काम इन्होंने किया है. The other one is this equal to symbol, which means non-derivative. Non-derivatives, that means जो content है उसको हम modify नहीं कर सकते, उसका derivative नहीं बना सकते, उसको adapt नहीं कर सकते. It must be shared as such. ये जो डॉलर साइन है और उसमें क्रॉस है उसको कमर्शियल यूज नॉट अलाउड. दैट मीन्स ये जो मटेरियल आपको मिला, आप जिन्होंने भी शेयर किया वो ये नहीं चाहते कि उनके काम से आपको फाइनेंशियल गेन हो. सो दैट इज, इट इज कॉल्ड एज नॉन कमर्शियल. एंड द फोर्थ सिंबल इज कॉल्ड अ शेयर अलाइक. दैट मीन्स द जो भी लाइसेंस से द पर्सन हैज शेयर्ड, दैट लाइसेंस मस्ट be used in the same manner. Okay, इन चारों को combine करके there are 6 types of Creative Commons licenses, which is what we will quickly see. Okay, so the Creative Commons license is a way of sharing things legally, right? It has some conditions. That means there is some freedom and there are some conditions. Matlab, some things you can do and some things you cannot do. So what I'm quickly going to do is for each of those 6 licenses, I am going to show you what you are free to do and what you cannot do. Okay, so the first one is called as CC BY. So this is the Creative Commons. A person का जो picture है, it means by. That means creator को आपको attribute करना है, right? So I'm sorry, yeah. So you're free to copy, distribute the material. कोई भी medium होगा, कोई भी format होगा. You can work on that and make it better. Okay, or you can use it in the way you want. You can use content even for commercial purpose. Okay, that means मैंने काम किया, आपने उस काम को लिया और उसमें modify किया या कोई without even modifying, and you use it for some commercial activity, also allowed. But you should attribute कि ये जो काम है ये इनका काम है. It is not my work. Okay, so that must be made clear. And then you can also remix and transform in any other format. Okay, but what are the conditions for this first license, जिसको CC BY बोलते हैं? So you must credit the license work. जो लाइसेंस है उसका लिंक आपको प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए. आप जो डेरिवेटिव बनाते हैं, इन्फॉर्म द चेंजेस मेड इनटू द ओरिजिनल. मतलब जो भी आपने चेंजेस किया है उसका आपको रिकॉर्ड देना है. एंड इन नो वे you should restrict its use by others. Okay, that means you should allow the work to be used under a CC license. Okay, so this is the most generous license. That only expectation is that the creator must be attributing, right? The second one is called as attribution share alike. So you see now CC BY to hai, and the next term is share alike. So what does share alike mean? That you're free to distribute copies. Sab jo CC BY mein tha, everything is the same as the CC BY, except now there is a additional condition of, okay, what is it? That the newly created work must have an identical license. That is the meaning of the word share alike. मतलब आप license को change नहीं कर सकते. And the rest of it is all the same. You have to provide the link to the license, and you can change whatever changes you have made. You must give that information, and you must also not restrict its use by others. The third CC license is called as CC BY. So ये तो common हुआ. And ND, we have already seen ND. ND means no derivatives. Okay, so now I think it is becoming very clear. ये जो आपने license देखे हैं, वो संदीप के lecture में आपने देखा होगा side में license types. So this is what it is. So what is the no derivative license? The no derivative license says that the matter or the content must be passed along unadapted, unchanged, and in whole. Okay, but you can use it for commercial purpose. कोई problem नहीं है. But you cannot modify or you cannot change. Okay. Now, if you have CC BY ND, what are the conditions, right? Of course, you must credit the creator, provide the link to the, and the condition is no derivatives or adaptations of the work is permitted. Okay, so you can use it as such. तो आपका input नहीं होगा, creator ने जिस form में बनाया है उसी के through उसी को आपको use कर सकते हैं. Then is the fourth license, which is called as CC by NC. So this is non-commercial, and so now is the commercial thing. Okay, so again, in this license you can share, copy, distribute, okay, transform, remix, all this you can do. And you can also license the information. It is not share alike, so you can license the information using any license that you want. Okay, but what are the conditions in this? And that is very important for you to understand. As usual, you must credit the work, and this is important, that you cannot do commercial use of this work. Provide the link to the license, and you should not restrict the others from accessing the content. Okay, now the fifth license is what is called as attribution, non-commercial, share alike. Okay, so now this is similar to a non-commercial license, and you in this using this license, you are free to share. If the content is shared by this license, then you are free to share, copy, distribute, irrespective of material format. You can transform, remix, build upon the material. But what will be the condition? The condition will be that your material must be shared with the same license. That means the newly created content must have identical license. The rest of it remains the same. Okay, you should not use it for, of course, since it is NC, cannot be used for commercial purposes, but you cannot restrict the use by others. The sixth Creative Commons license is the attribution, non-commercial, no derivatives. And as Sandeep has already told you, that this is the most restrictive license. You can only be, you're only free to share, copy, distribute in all formats, but you cannot do things. So let us see what are the conditions, and I think all of you can immediately say what the conditions will be. The conditions, these are common. Okay, it should not be used for commercial purposes, and you cannot do adaptations. So after this 6, so I think if you have paid attention, you will understand that all those 4 icons ko milake, we got 6 different licenses. However, there are 2 more which we have to see if we are going to use open educational resources, and one is the public domain dedication. Now, this work is in the public domain, right? So this means that all restrictions of copyright or database law are waived. There is no such restriction. Okay, this means that the author has made his or her work free to exploit or use. Okay, so this is it's an open work and aap use kar sakte ho. However, there is one more license or one more mark that you will see when you use open educational resources, and that is the public domain mark. The public domain mark is again work that is there in the public domain, but this work is because the copyright law has expired. Okay, now, or it is possible that the owner has failed to fulfill the required formalities of copyright. So there is a tiny bit of difference between the public domain dedication and the public domain mark, but both are work that are available in the public domain. Okay, sometimes it is possible that the work or content is not eligible for or will not fulfill the conditions for the copyright law. So these are the 6 plus 2 licenses that you will always come across when you use OER. Now, let us look at this, how these translate to the openness of the open education resources. Okay, so the most open are the public domain license, the CC BY and the CC BY SA. So in with these licenses, or the content using these licenses can be shared, remixed, and can also be used for commercial purposes. The 2 licenses, that is CC BY NC And CC BY and C share alike, you can only share and remix, but you cannot use it for commercial purposes. And CC BY ND and CC BY NC/ND, and we have seen that this is the most restrictive license. You can only share. You cannot do adaptations. You cannot use it for commercial purposes and so on. And of course, by now you have understood that any work that is under copyright is the least open of all resources. So when we use these resources, copyright resources cannot be used in preparing our content. Okay. I have more or less finished the major part of the lecture, but now as teachers, suppose you have created some content. So you want to upload it as a OER. Then are you capable of choosing the license, right? So when I do this work, you must have seen in both Sandeep's presentation as well as in my presentation, we have put it as with a Creative Commons license. So how do you choose? How do I choose my license, right? And so I hope you can see this. So the open education community is very generous, and it puts all the things that are there online. Can sir confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Screen is visible.
So, yes. So do you, so suppose you have created a content which you feel is excellent and you want to share it with the world, okay? But at the same time, you want the credit for it and you don't want people using it indiscriminately, right? So you must use a Creative Commons license, right? Now, अभी कौन सा license use करेंगे? That वो तो नहीं हमको मालूम. So there is this license chooser which works very adequately. And of course, you can, once you start creating more and more resources, you can choose your own license. But how to choose? Okay. Suppose you say that you know the license. अभी आपने 6 licenses देख लिए आपने, तो you know the license. So if you say yes, then you can, there is nothing else this license chooser will help you with. But if you say no and say next, then you have to go ahead with the, whether you want attribution, right? So if you want attribution, correct, then it must be those 6 licenses, which we have seen in order. Suppose I say no, then it becomes a public domain dedication, right? So this is the license that you will use for your work, which you have made and you do not want attribution, right? But we do, suppose we want attribution. Suppose I want to say that Gomti has created this work, then I will say yes. And then I will say the recommended license will be CC BY, right? But if I also want to allow the others to use the work commercially, right? Then I will say yes. And if I want to use the work commercially and I say next, then I can, so it goes on. I think you have got the idea, right? So if I want others to remix, adapt and build on my work, say yes. And then I will get the license, okay? And I say no, I will get the appropriate license, okay? So if I want share alike, if I want the others to share adaptations of my work under any terms, or I want them to use the same license and I say no, then I will see the license that comes here, okay? So it will be CC BY share alike. I have put the link to the license chooser. You can go online and check. And you can also, finally, it asks for a confirmation. Okay. So why do we need a confirmation? Often you may not have the authority to use the work. So you have to see whether you have the authority to the work, whether you have read and understood the terms of the license, and also the fact that understanding that the CC license is not revocable. आप change नहीं कर सकते उसको. Right? And so all these, which will give you the appropriate license. Okay. And this is the license deed, which will tell you what are the conditions, what are you free to do with this license, and what are the conditions you have to make use with this license. Okay, now very often, I hope you can see the screen, attribution details.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So very often you have created the work, right? But लोगों को कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपको आपका attribution कैसे होगा, right? So you need to also give in the work the attribution, कैसे लोग बताएंगे कि इस काम को गोमती मैडम ने किया है. Okay, so this is what we will see, how to do the attribution details. I will now go back to my presentation if I can. Yes, I think I can. Yes, so this was the license chooser. I encourage all of you to go through the license chooser. So create a work, choose a license, and put it for the entire world to use. So we are intellectual people. There is a lot of content that you people can create. Please do and put it with the appropriate license. Now, the next thing, as I said, is the attribution, right? How will you attribute? So if you want people to attribute your work, how will you give that attribution? Okay, so this is what we say is the open attribution builder. I will share this presentation with the authorities, and everybody can use the links. Okay, so this is the open attribution builder, which which gives you all the information that you can use. Okay, I'm going to share. So this is the title. Suppose you are I'll show you one of the MOOCs that I put forward last year, which had a title and the URL of the content, my name and my page and so on. So let me just I'm sorry, 1 minute. I will show you the which I have already typed so that it doesn't take time. Yes, just 1 minute. Yeah. Yes. Can you still see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Oh, so this is the course that I did last year, this year, May 23, Basics of Stereochemistry. The URL of the course is this. Okay, the author is me. This is the URL of my page, author page. This is my institution, P.K. Krishnamenon College. This is the web page of my institution, and it was part of a project. Okay, so I would have written OE for BW, Open Education for a Better World, and the URL of the project. So that is there. I could have written that. And then because it is my course, I will choose a license. Okay, I could probably, they say CC BY or CC BY ND, whatever. So I choose CC BY. And then if you see very closely, niche a pura attribution aa gaya. So the name of the course, so Basics of Stereochemistry, if you click, so this is the attribution. So what I will do is I will just copy, like Sandeep had written in his introductory slide, he had given the attribution. So any person who uses my course will just copy this so that it can be attributed. So Basics of Stereochemistry, you can see it is linked. So the moment I click on this Basic of Stereochemistry, it will take me to my page. It will take the reader to the page of the course. Dr. Gomati Sridhar, if I click there, it will take me, take the reader to my page. It can be a LinkedIn page or it can be your website and so on. This is OE for W. मैंने इसका URL नहीं डाला तो ये linked नहीं है. Lekin V.K. Krishnamenon College, since I have written my college's URL, it will be taken. And this is CC by 4.0, so it will show you the license deed. So every one of your content must also have the attribution details. आप देखेंगे कोई भी Flickr या फिर कोई भी repository जो संदीप ने बात किया, any item you want to use will also have the attribution details. I hope some of you understood this and you will explore this further. So we saw two things. One is to choose the right license appropriately, and two is to write your attribution properly so that people can give you credit for your work. This is a mentee quiz. I understand that all of you will have a quiz at the end of this faculty development program. So I don't know whether you can join, but I would highly encourage you to join this. This is on CC licenses. It will also give me a feedback whether people have understood the content of today's session. So this code is now 43277061. Please join if you can. And you will get the first question. What is public domain? And again, this is a question which has multiple correct answers. The code is on top of the screen, 43277061. Okay. Again, it has multiple correct options. So click all the things that will apply. So is public domain any material that appears in public? Not really. Okay. Any material that is available on the internet is not public domain. Okay. So you have to be careful and look deep inside about the licenses. I will now just do the correct. So because I think I am now on my last stretch, so I'm going to show you the correct answers. Yeah. So it is not any material that appears in public. It is not material that is posted online. It is only material that is released by the creator for public use. And even sometimes, even if it is a government funded study or something, it doesn't mean that it is in the public domain. So you have to be careful when you look at, just because it is in a government website, it doesn't mean that it is free. It can be freely use. It's not for public use. It could be under copyright. Okay, 1 minute. I think I have one more question. Let me just present the question. It's probably easier. The question is, you can license ideas with a CC license. What do you think? Can people say true or false? You can do it in the chat also, so that's also fine. Do you think you can license ideas with a CC license? Okay, so I am going to give you the correct answer. Can anyone respond? Okay, so I told you right from the beginning that you need something tangible, just like in copyright. So you will see that the correct answer is false. You cannot license ideas because you need something tangible. Okay, with that, I think let me go back to my presentation, and this is, I'll keep this and people can respond so that we can see about it later. Now, the last one is something that we will talk about now is the copyleft or the GNU General Public License. Okay, because I did copyright, I thought I must also talk about copyleft. Okay, so copyleft is a general license agreement granted by the owner, permitting anyone to freely use copyright material under specific terms. Like, for example, if you have a copylefted software, it allows the users to run, modify, distribute the software on the condition that the source code remains open and publicly available. Okay. For example, you must have come across software like software like FOSS. Okay. So this is that you have the earliest ideas of intellectual property, that we always think that ideas are form of a common heritage, right? Ideas must be free. Okay, so this is a bridging mechanism so that we have social knowledge and common good is how this is thought about copyleft. So this can be software like FOSS or languages like Ubuntu, Linux, etc. These are all copyleft, which can be, used by everybody and also created further, built so that it is for common good. I think I have finished. And since you people will also be appearing for a quiz, these are two links where you can practice and understand whether you have understood today's session. Yes, and acknowledgements. Thank you very much, organizing committee. I really enjoyed putting together this session on Creative Commons. It is a subject close to my heart because all the material that I put out is based on Creative Commons license. I must also acknowledge Professor Vasudha Kamath. Most of you know her. She is one of the members of the NAP, and Professor Jayashree Shinde from the TLC of department here. And of course, a lot of OER friends who have encouraged me to continue with my engagement with open educational resources. And of course, all of you participants for your patience. Yes, this is me, Gomati Sridhar. This is my email ID and this is mobile. I'm always open for any discussion on OER. Strongly encourage you to work on OERs and, add to the knowledge of the world. If there are any questions, I would like to take them, but I will also show you the next slide, which is a thank you very much, participants.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this highly interactive session. And with the help of Mentimeter, you made the session really very interactive, and participants are responding through Mentimeter to all of the queries or assignments you put to them. So at the end of this session, so thank you so much, ma'am. It was very insightful session, actually. You started with the concept of intellectual property right, copyright, and then you made the concept of the present theme very clear to all of us, and that was creating commons, which is actually private sector alternative to this traditional copyright system. Basically aims at dissemination of content. So we have benefited a lot. I do hope that every participant have benefited a lot from this very wonderful dialogue, which has been initiated by you in this FDP. There is one question from Dr. Vijay Grover, he is principal of DAV College of Education, Mumbai College. Ma'am, can licensed material be used for classroom presentation? This is a question put forward by Dr. Vijay Grover, sir.
Yes. So, can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes. So, if licensed material, you can use it in the classroom. You just take care to see that you follow the license. For example, if it is a share alike license, right? When you use that material in the classroom, there is something which I have not touched upon today, something called as fair use of resources. Okay. As far as resources are concerned, educational resources, if you want to use them in the classroom, most of the licenses are very open to using it. Okay. You can use all the CC licenses in your CC licensed material in the classroom without any problem, because they come under the area, come under the head of fair use of resources. Does that answer your question? I can't hear you.
Just a minute, sir. Dr. Vijay Gurusar, sir, can you wish to ask any supplementary question to resource person?
Yes, if we are teaching, we are sharing, okay, and therefore, if we
Okay.
want to use
Any other query from the participants?
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Sir, please go ahead, sir. Welcome.
Ma'am, the question is that if we are teaching something, so that is needed to be shared, because student will ask, share. If it is licensed, I suppose it is allowed to be taken to the class, but can I share the same, or it is not allowed?
Sir, now this was a question that I have asked to Professor Vasudha Kamath, okay? And as long as you don't claim that material is yours,
okay,
you can share. अगर आपने बोल दिया ये लिंक देखिए इसमें मटेरियल है, तो आप ये तो नहीं बोल रहे ना कि ये आपका मटेरियल है. So as long as you don't claim that the material is yours, you're just directing the student to the particular website, then it is correct. Okay. Now,
no. If I take some article and okay, I don't claim it's mine.
Yes. So you're attributing. Yeah, you're attributing. Okay. Suppose you have taken some material. आपने कोई presentation आपको मिला internet में, and it उसका कोई license है, suppose CC BY, let us say. तो अगर आपने उसमें से 2 या 3 slide आपने आपके presentation में अगर use किया, तो आप उस to be very correct, okay, तो उस slide के नीचे आप you give the link, जैसे मैंने attribution अभी दिया है, you remember?
No, madam, I am talking about licensed material, not the like that OER.
No, if it is CC license, वो भी licensed material हुआ ना. If you're talking about copyright, right?
Yeah, it's a copyright. Yeah, I did not do it right. It's a copyrighted.
Copyright. Then, if it is available on the internet, you guide the student towards that site, right?
I can't use it.
No, you cannot use it.
Okay.
Legally, you cannot use it. If it is copyrighted material, you cannot use it. Okay.
The same way I can't put it on the LMS learning management system.
No, you can put the link.
Only link I can put.
Yes, because the moment you put it, you can put the link on the LMS. There is no bar to that.
The link I can put.
Yes. Because you're not claiming it is your material. No, you're saying that this material is available on this site. आप जाके देख लीजिए.
Right.
So आप a lot of copyright material, you can give several links. In fact, if you see, जब ये हम MOOCs करते हैं, या फिर आपने अगर NPTEL का कोई कोर्स कर लिया होगा, so you will see that वहाँ पे they will put all sorts of links, right? ये मान के चलते हैं कि अगर आपने 10 लिंक दिया स्टूडेंट को, तो स्टूडेंट तो will not see all the 10 links, स्टूडेंट एक देखेंगे या 2 देखेंगे. So you can give links to the material, but you cannot use it as part of your generated resource. Okay, but at the same time, let me add this: when we are teaching, it is possible that we may have to refer to some things that is copyrighted, right? For example, there could be something. So, agar aap, if you are not making it a physical copy, you are just talking about it in class, that comes under the heading of fair use. Okay, so fair use of copyrighted material is allowed, but यहाँ पे there is a little bit of a gray area. मतलब एकदम white or black नहीं है, there is a gray area. So therefore, whenever you use copyrighted material, be doubly careful. That's all I will say on this.
The same way, if it is a book and it's a rare book, it means I can't make it a PDF and I can't share it. So it's something like that.
No, not copyrights, all right reserved है, तो नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है मैम. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So I think it's about ethics while using this type of copyright material. Any other query from the learned participants? We're waiting for your queries. Any particular query related to this theme? Ma'am has taken very important and relevant theme. We are waiting for your queries or questions, my dear participants. So after that, I would invite my colleague for formal vote of thanks.
Ma'am, एक और question पूछ लूं मैम?
Sir, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. What about religious texts, scriptures and all that? They are copyrighted or they are Creative Commons?
Well, so if you have कोई अभी जैसे ग्रंथ हुआ, right?
जी.
Now,
जी.
if अगर ग्रंथ तो अवेलेबल है, that is not copyrighted, okay? But if there is a commentary on that, जैसे भगवद गीता है और उसके ऊपर किसी ने कोई उसका ट्रिटीज लिखा या फिर उसका मतलब उसका
explanation या something like that.
हाँ, and उसको आगे बढ़ाया and they have released it with copyright, then you cannot.
You cannot.
Yeah, you cannot. But if it is a religious text, जैसे भगवद गीता है, तो या गुरु ग्रंथ, all these are available in the open domain. जो open domain में है, वो आप you have all these, no, Upanishads, Gita, you have all these available in the open domain. So if you try, if you search, even the material, even the जो ग्रंथ है जो एकदम ऑब्सक्योर है, जो रेगुलरली यूज नहीं होता, वो भी आपको अगर आप सर्च करेंगे, वो भी आपको ओपन डोमेन में मिल जाएगा.
So mainly primary sources like ancient texts are exempted from this issue, but secondary sources like someone has written a critique on like a Bijak by Kabir. So that is a copyright issue.
Correct.
Right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for raising such a relevant question. Any other query from the learned participants? Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful interaction, which was full of very good example, relevant examples. I invite Dr. Mandeep Kaur, IQAC coordinator of DAV College of Education, Abohar, for formal vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ajay sir. What a wonderful interactive session, ma'am. Your presentation on understanding Creative Commons licensing enlightened us about copyright, Creative Commons, options of Creative Commons licensing, and 6 types of Creative Commons licensing like attribution, attribution share like, attribution non-derivatives, attribution non-commercial, non-commercial share like, etc. Or how to choose license, how to attribute a work. Ma'am, your step-by-step demonstration made the things very easy and informative. On the behalf of DAV College of Education, Abohar, and all the collaborative colleges, I deliberate sincere thanks to you, ma'am, and hoping we will have the such type of presentations in the future also. My sincere thanks also goes to all the collaborative colleges for organizing such a wonderful program. And all the participants are also entitled for great thanks for their sincere and active participation and support, and hoping the same for coming days. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now over to Ajay sir for closure of today's program.
On behalf of, thank you so much, Mandeep ma'am. On behalf of DAV College of Education Board's management, college principal Dr. Vijay Grover sir, and all the faculty members, we are very grateful to Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha, principal of Host College, and Dr. Manu Chadda and entire team, organizing team, for making us a part of this wonderful endeavor. And we are hopeful that in future also we would collaborate and organize such type of activities. Thank you so much, organizing team. Thank you so much, Honorable Source Person, for your wonderful dialogue. Thank you so much, all the participants, for joining this FDP, and have a nice time, all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I think we should end the meeting over here only.
Ji ma'am, sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank
all.
you all. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.